Yeah, we're gonna kind of wait on some participants to get in here before we start. Play a little bit of music from my boy Bo Reef. Let y'all kind of check that out. I didn't even hear that. Oh, okay. So you heard it here, Bo Reefer. We're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm Jimmy Jam with In the Mirror. We still got our special guest here.
Hey, now it's Coco.
That's what's up. What's up? So how was your weekend, Coco?
Ugh, it was good. Tiring. A lot going on
Yeah,
outside.
that's it.
Balling.
Yeah, and the heat.
That's it.
Was
Yeah.
it hot?
It
Was
was
it
hot.
was it
Yeah.
hot?
It was hot. I
Yeah.
didn't have to be outside that much
Mm,
though. You outside enough to go from your car to the inside and then from the inside back to your car.
okay.
So yeah, it wasn't too bad. Wasn't too
Well, that was
bad.
enough to get a sweat gland.
It really was.
it don't take it don't take much to get a sweat gland. I
Mm-mm,
see.
mm-mm.
Yeah, it's been hot. It's definitely been hot.
Yeah,
So
it's supposed to get hotter.
really,
Yeah,
yeah,
next
it is
couple of weeks,
August, ain't it?
saying over 100 degrees
Oh
coming up. So,
man.
oh yeah.
So yeah, well,
All right. What about you? How was your weekend?
um,
You went out of town or something last week, then?
yeah. I spent the week in Mobile. It
Okay.
was
How was
good.
that?
It was good. I got a chance to get away from work and
You by the water?
everything. Yeah.
Did you gamble?
No, I
Oh,
didn't.
okay.
I had the kids,
Okay.
so I got a chance to really spend some one on one time with them.
Okay.
Uh,
All right. good,
but it was
good,
it was
good.
good. I
Okay.
mean, it was hot,
Oh yeah,
but it was
I
it was
bet it
still
was.
good. Well needed. Um,
I know
little
that's right.
rest, little mental rest. I ain't really get no
Mhm.
rest, but I got my
Mhm.
mind away from
Mhm.
my
Mhm.
day
From
to
the
day.
everyday
Yeah,
things,
from
yeah.
the day to day
Mhm.
thing. So it was definitely something that was well needed.
All right.
Um, so you know, I guess we gonna you know get started.
Yeah, well, let's go. Let's go. We talking
Uh,
about red flags today.
red flag. Okay.
Red flags. Now, how long has it been since you had to worry about some red flags? Because you've been married. How long you say? 15
Yeah,
years, honey.
yeah,
That we
yeah.
wasn't even red flags back then. That's somewhat of a new
They still,
word.
I think they've been red flags forever.
It wasn't called red
Why
flags
am
though.
I?
It was no
They
name
probably were
for it.
like warning signs or something
Yeah,
like
it
that.
was no
But
name
yeah,
for it.
but
You know.
it's been a minute. But you still, even though you still in a relationship,
Hmm.
you still see warning signs. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes things that you have to pay attention to
Yeah, I mean,
that you need to address. I think a lot of time when you in a relationship,
hmm,
people get comfortable with each other and don't want to address certain things
they do. They
that need to
do.
be addressed. And they kind of sweep it under the rug, and then all of a sudden, when it come
Hmm.
out,
Hmm.
it comes out in anger,
Hmm.
and it'll be
Hmm.
ugly,
Turns into
right?
resentment and all
So,
of that.
I mean, those things right there can be a problem. But when you dating, I mean, that's pretty much what we on right now, just the dating part of
Just the
red
dating
flag.
part of it. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
even though it's been a while, I still have a good memory
Mhm,
of some of the things that I probably
mhm,
shouldn't have let go. Some of the flags I collected
mm,
that I thought would be okay, uh,
hmm,
that really turned out to be disastrous.
mm. Okay. Yeah,
So
I see that. And I've talked to a number of men, either married or that have divorced, that when you ask them what do they think happened in the relationship, they'll tell you, and then you're like, well, did you notice that at the beginning? Did you
yeah,
see that early on? And usually they see it early on.
right,
So it goes back to what you said, sweeping things under the rug, being nervous or scared to bring things up, bring it to
right,
light. And I don't know, some people may miss out, think that they're going to miss out on something, or they don't want to make the other person upset or mad or whatever the situation is. And then, of course, you end up still in a bad situation because you didn't pay
right.
attention to those flags.
So what would you say? Because everybody got different red
Mhm.
flags.
They
You
do.
know what I'm saying? Because different people have different standards.
They do. They
So
do.
so what would you say for you? What would be some of the things that you would pay attention to and mark them as red flags?
So for me, I see red flags as like it's a hard stop for me. And I had to think about this because I haven't really dated in a while. So I
Mm.
had to think like because I really don't care
What's a while?
about red flags
What's a
anymore.
what's
But
what's a while?
I mean, like when you're talking about, okay, we're getting to know each other, we're doing
I'm
this and
saying
this
you
and
say you
that.
haven't dated in a while. How long it been?
I'll say like a
Mm.
date where we're getting to know each other, maybe over a year.
Okay.
It's probably been over a year. And, before that, it was probably a year and a half. So I that's not something that I do often. But, with me, red flags are what I consider like a hard stop. Like your stoplight is red. You know not to go through the stoplight. Something
Hmm.
you might get ran over. You know what I mean? You got a stop sign. Stop
Right.
sign is red. It's telling you to stop for a reason.
Okay.
So for me, the red flag is it's gonna be like the more serious side of things because you have
So
red
give an
flag, you have a
example
preference.
of something
So a
that
red flag for me would be maybe an alcoholic. That's
okay.
my red flag.
That's
A
one.
red flag would be a gambler. A red flag would be someone addicted to porn. A red flag would be a wife beater. A red flag would be a child molester. Those are red flags to me. Those are the hard stops for
Okay.
me. Like, ain't no way. You better not go down this road. It's that person standing at the end of the road like this with their red flag like this.
Right.
Don't go this way.
I
That's a
got you.
red flag to me. So you got that, and then you have a preference. So a preference is more like 'cause I'm not a smoker. So I'm not really into guys that smoke cigarettes and on a regular basis. Cigars I can kind of handle. but
So
not
a
an all
smoker,
day, everyday
a
cigarette person.
chain
But that's
smoker.
more of a preference. It's not a red flag for me. That's not a hard stop.
Okay.
But that's just a preference.
That's something that you might be like,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I
See,
don't smoke. So how would I feel about some living with somebody that
right.
smokes on a regular basis? That's
I get
hard to do.
right.
I'm not a dog person. So that's a preference though
No
for
dogs in the
me.
house.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't do it. I can't do it. So that's not a hard that's not a hard stop though. That's not a
Right.
red flag for me. So let's say you got somebody else that's addicted to porn. They may not see another person addicted to porn as a red flag for them because they like the
Right.
same
So
thing that
okay,
person does.
let's talk about that. What's the bad thing about a person addicted to porn?
Not saying it's bad.
So
It can be
why
good
is it
or
like
bad.
a hard stop? Because you did mention that as a hard
It's a
stop.
hard stop for me because that's not what I'm into. Now, not
Right.
saying I don't watch porn, not saying that I've never watched porn
Uh,
before,
look
but
a little bit of hypocrisy.
no, look, look, being addicted is one thing, but watching on an occasion is another thing.
That's just like somebody saying, I don't smoke crack every day,
No, it's not. That's
but I
not the
smokes it
same thing,
sometimes.
Jimmy. That's not the same darn thing. Come on,
It's addiction, right?
it's no. Everything doesn't have to be an addiction. Some
Okay.
things can be in moderation. That's not an
So you
addiction.
say you moderate your porn.
I didn't say that. I said, look, don't put
I,
words in my mouth.
I'm asking. That
I
was a question. That
said
was a
no,
question. Okay.
no. The answer is no.
Okay.
I said I'm not saying I don't or never have watched porn.
Right.
Now I haven't put out there how often I've done it, the last time I've done it, anything like that.
Okay.
So I'm saying somebody that can't help themselves is an addiction.
Okay. Just
That's
go
that's that's
overboard with
what
it. Okay.
yeah, that's an addiction to me.
Okay.
Somebody that can't help themselves. So
So that's a hard.
that's
So
a hard stop.
okay.
Uh, okay, let's go into gambling. I like to go to the
I can
casinos.
understand gambling.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I like to
Because
go to the
it's a lot
casinos.
of up and down,
It
mostly
is.
down, and
It's up and
finances will
down.
be kind of
Right.
out of whack. I can
I'm
get
not
that.
spending my paycheck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to the game.
I
I'm not
got
going to the casino to spend my paycheck. I'm going when I know I have the money to lose.
you. Okay.
I'm not doing that over my bills. Like
Okay.
my bills come first. Making sure I can live, I have a house over my head, I have a car to drive, all of that comes first.
All right.
Going to the casino comes last. So if you got somebody that's look, I got this $1,400 paycheck. I take this see if I can double it up at the casino, and they don't double it up. What you gonna do? That's your rent money.
Right. So
How
like I said,
I
I
can't
get
do
I
that. You
get
see what
I
I'm
get the
saying?
gambling right.
That's
I
where
do
I'm
get the
at with
gambling.
a hard stop, but that's just me.
Right.
That might not be how everybody looks at
So
it,
you
but
did say the cigarettes too.
I said that's a preference.
Okay.
That's not a
It's not
hard
a hard
stop.
stop. Okay.
Yeah,
The wife beater, which is understandable. I
that's
get that.
understandable. You
Right.
see what I'm
You
saying?
know, nobody want to be dealing with somebody to do something like that.
Yeah, that's where I'm at
I
right there.
get it. So that was basically like the hard stop flash. So how many? I was watching something the other day was saying, what is a limit? Is there a limit of flags
No,
that you collect?
nope,
Is one too many?
no.
No.
You can have as many red flags as you
I'm
want.
saying if you say you date somebody and you see one red flag, is that you just collect that one and move to another one and wait till you see another one, or that red flag
Oh,
is like
oh, I see where
you're
you
gonna
at.
exit out of that
I see where you
once you
at.
get the flag. So how many do you actually collect before you get to a place where you say, you know what, this ain't the person for me, or is it that one flag is it?
I think naturally we'll move past the first red flag. I think we moved past the first one. We're okay with seeing a second one, and so on and so forth. So, for some people, it might be three strikes, you're out. I done got three red flags on you. Now I don't want to deal with you. But
Right.
like for me, because I've dealt with an alcoholic before, I've dealt with a gambler before, that would stop me.
Okay.
I would collect just that one flag
Just
because
that
I
one.
know the type of trouble that can
Just
cause.
say um a person that's not stable
Hmm.
on their jobs. Somebody that's in and out of job.
That's not a hard stop for me. That's
Not
not a red flag because you got to tell me the story. I got to know why.
okay.
Why has it been unstable for you? Now, if you just don't want to work and you want a female to take care of you,
Mhm.
That's probably a hard
So
stop for
is it
me.
so would a career matter? The type of job that he does that matter? Say you meet someone that's working at Walmart, stocking at night. Not, I'm talking about now in our 50s. Would that be a red flag, depending upon what he do for a living?
Okay.
Mhm.
So I'm just gonna say this. Somebody that works at Walmart that's a stalker
Right.
is not my circle. So I can't really answer that because I
Why
haven't
you
really
say your
met
circle? What do you mean your circle?
like
What
what I do for a living. So we have a
I mean, you
certain
can meet him
certain
at the gas
circle.
station,
I'm meeting you at the gas
church.
station. Yeah, no, no, thank you.
I mean, that's the most traditional way, and now everybody meeting
Well,
online.
it depends though. It
But the traditional
depends.
way, gas station, grocery store,
Mhm.
uh,
It depends because right at the beginning, you might not know what that person
right,
does. So I might have to talk to you and have some conversation with you and see where your head is, where your mind is, how you take care of your business. If you're a Walmart stalker, if I find out about that later on, if you stop at Walmart, but you're handling your business, you're still taking care
right.
of everything. You know, maybe you live by yourself, maybe you don't.
Yo, what's up,
Um,
Shonda? Shonda, Shonda say yes,
I was
yes.
trying to
What you
say
saying?
yes.
Yes to Shonda.
She said only if he's getting some other kind of income. So
But
most likely he probably has to be
Shonda
doing
say she
that.
won't date the Walmart stalker.
Probably because most likely if he's handling his business, he has his own place, he has his own car, maybe he has child support, whatever.
Right.
He
Well,
might have a
well,
second.
maybe you know what I'm saying. The thing about it, like you said, you don't know what other source of income that he may have.
Right. You have to
He
have
may
that
be
conversation
retired,
with him.
military, and just
Yeah.
doing something to keep busy.
Right.
But I'm quite sure, I really think for women, a lot of times that matter.
Mhm.
Um, what a man do for a living.
Right. I
Um,
mean, it can, but you
at a
you have to
certain
give
age.
it at maybe at a certain age of what we have going on because women, we are known for giving men chances no matter what their job is. And it doesn't always work out
So
for
you don't
us
think men do
at the
that?
end of the
You
day.
don't think men do that?
Well, a man isn't really going to care.
Mm-mm.
If he really likes you, he's not going to care what you do.
Right,
You know what I mean? That's a whole different thing. See,
right,
women, we have to think of it like, okay, are we going to be okay with taking care of everything? Are if we make more money than they do, are we going to be okay with paying most of the bills because that might be the situation? You
right,
know what I mean? If we're looking at that person in
right.
that way, you know what I mean?
She say she just joking. Yeah, the circumstances matter.
Right, right. They
Yeah,
do. We have to have a conversation. I got to talk to you. Where's your head at?
right.
That's what I want to know.
Well, I mean, I think for men with the red flag thing, I think with men we kind of I think one of the main red flag for a man would be a woman that know a lot of men. If you go somewhere with her and she know a lot of men, that
So
that
why wouldn't that be circumstantial though? Because it was still okay. So let me say this. So
mm,
I work in the nightlife here
right,
in Columbus. So
right,
I know a lot of men.
right.
You know what I mean? I mean, because of the work that I do.
I get it.
And I can go somewhere and a lot of people may know me.
Right.
And, I mean, could be a lot of things going on with that.
True.
But that doesn't mean
It doesn't.
anything is going on.
It don't.
So just because I know a lot of men or a lot of men know me doesn't
Mm,
mean anything.
it don't.
So why couldn't that be circumstantial? Why would that be a red? Is it a
It's a,
red flag in every
well,
circumstance?
well, I mean, it's a caution. It's something that you're gonna as a
If you
man
don't
we're
know the
gonna
backstory,
you're gonna pay attention to that.
if you don't know the backstory, it would. So
Of
would you
course.
ask her?
Well, of course. Like if you dating, we talking about be you dating someone, right?
Right.
And y'all go out somewhere, and every time you look around, some man, hey, what's on, so what's up? So I mean, that's gonna be it's human nature. As a man, we're gonna be like, well, damn, what do you do? How you know all these men? That's something either you might ask her or you might ask yourself. And then you might kind of stand back and try to see, why she know all these men? What's up with that? You know what I'm saying? So that's a red flag. Not saying it's a deal breaker,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still a red flag. It's
So
still
a
an
red
area of
flag
concern.
isn't a deal breaker.
No, because I mean, I don't see that. That's why I asked how many do you collect? Saying before enough is enough.
Hmm.
Because I mean, some red flags are to be more investigated to see, what, especially
Exactly.
when you know meeting somebody, you don't
Right.
know their backstory,
Right.
you don't
Exactly.
know kind of,
Gotta know
where
the
they come
backstory.
from. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I always was told, uh, believe nothing you hear and only half of what you see. Because
Hmm.
everything
Hmm.
you see does not be what it appears to be.
Right. Right. It's your
And
perception.
right. So and the things that you hear
Hmm.
could be a bunch of bullshit in the junk
Right.
because people actions actually speak more than their word, louder than their word.
They
So
do.
it's like I don't hear what you're saying, I see what you're doing. But
Right.
at the same
Absolutely.
time, what you're doing might not be what it appears to be what I
Hmm.
see.
Right. So,
So you definitely have to do more,
right. It's
you know,
communication.
right,
That's where communication
investigation
comes
in what
in.
you're seeing.
Hmm. So
So
Maurice said, a red flag is a woman with certain male best friends. What do you mean? What do you mean by that, Maurice? When you say a woman
Maurice, you
with
might as well get the
certain
mic. Get on the
male
mic.
best friends. What? I
Cause ain't
mean,
no need to you texting.
you,
You say you might well get on the
I
mic.
need some more
Cause I know you want to
information.
get in here. You done moved in.
Right.
Come on, get on. This they turn it on right there, and
Yeah, go on, turn it on, because I need you to elaborate on
just
that.
hit the
What does
button.
that
Get here.
mean?
I turn it on for you, bro. You go ahead and chime in and get in on this. But yeah. So that would be one for me.
Okay.
A woman that know a lot of men. Another one would be um just how she handle her business. Especially if she have kids, what
Okay.
type of mom she is to her
Okay.
children. That's something that I do pay attention to.
Okay. Okay.
And then family,
Okay. Absolutely.
the root, where she come from. That that
Absolutely.
that has a lot, what I'm
Yeah.
saying, to do
Yeah. It
with
has a lot to do
everything.
with it.
Um, but I do know that ain't nobody gonna be perfect. That's
No, they're
why
not. Nobody's
that's
perfect.
why I don't kind of run off on something that concerns me or a red flag or something
Hmm.
like that. I pretty much try to stick around and see what's what. Because everybody got a story.
They do.
You know what I'm saying? Then when you find out people's story and where people come from, you
Hmm.
understand them better.
You can.
I find that for myself. Because sometimes people can rub you all the wrong way. You're like, damn, what the fuck wrong with them? Why they acting like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Right.
then when you really sit down and talk to people, you feel like you see what they done been through, trauma,
Hmm.
things they done
Hmm.
went through,
Hmm.
and then you kind of understand them better. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? That way y'all get along better, or y'all feel like, man, you don't need to rock together anyway, because we too different. We ain't on the
Right.
same eye to eye. But you understand people better when you know
Hmm.
where they come from.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. You
Yeah.
have to do that. Because you can't just make assumptions.
Right.
You
Right.
have to, if you like that person. Now that's a big difference. Like, you have to
Right.
like that person
Right.
enough to care for it to
Right.
even matter.
Right.
So if y'all are talking and they're doing some things that you think is a little off, or like, what, why is he or she doing this or that? Yeah, it's going to be important to you
Right.
to find out what the real
And
situation
then,
is.
like I say, then one thing about with men with red flag, when we see the different men, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying, we do have a shallow mind. At some point, we think she done slept with these men.
Yeah, and
So
that's
that
a
right
whole
there,
problem.
right?
That's
So
a whole problem.
that's why I
Yeah,
say that would be a red flag
right.
because really, I don't know, man want no woman that every man that had,
Well, why would okay? Why, as a man?
huh?
Why, is as a man, do y'all think that she has had to have slept
Because
with
we know how
these
we are.
men, though?
we,
But y'all
we
don't know women.
I'm just saying, we just listen. This is what I'm saying, though. I mean,
Okay.
everything you saying is correct.
Right.
Maybe,
Maybe.
maybe. So,
Okay.
but I'm just
Okay.
saying, we know how we are as men, and we
Okay.
and we know how other men are. So we kind of
Okay.
base ourselves off how
Hmm.
other men are too. Because most of the time, I always feel when men come to women, they come for something, and it ain't just to see how you doing and pay your bill.
Okay.
They, we always have these debates. Men are visual,
Okay.
so
Right.
we see what
Right.
we want and we approach what we want. We
Right.
hunters.
So
So,
are you not trusting of who you pick?
well, we talking about somebody you trying to pick. You getting
Okay.
to know this person. No, there's no trust. You don't know
Mm.
You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You just
See, I
don't. You
can't
don't.
stand that. I
You
don't
just
like that.
don't. It's no trust in. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say this. It's not necessarily no trust. It's
Okay.
to the point where I don't know you.
Right. Yeah,
So
you
I'm
don't
trying
know
to
each
get
other.
to
You're
know you.
strangers.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
We strangers.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't know your backstory. I don't
Okay.
really, especially if you don't know it.
Right.
You know, we live in a small town in Columbus. So
Hmm.
most of you, everybody knows somebody or know somebody that know you, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Some kind of way. You can
Yeah.
do a
Yeah.
background check real quick.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But just say like military men. We
Hmm.
always talk about, a lot of time military men, they marry the whores of the town
Okay.
because they don't have a clue in it. That
Right.
right,
Of
they
that
don't know
person
her.
and where they come
And
from. Yeah.
all the fellas in the town in the hood then ran through her, so she don't have no other option
Okay.
but someone from out of town that don't know her. And then they grab her, marry, take off to other areas, and
Hmm.
her nature be herself. She go back to Horn wherever she go. That's her nature.
Okay.
And they wind up child support, alimony, whatever, with a whore.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So that's always a man's worst nightmare is marrying a whore, a hoe.
Okay. So when you first meet her, you don't see her as that at first. You watch her actions
Right.
later on or what
Well, you
happened with her
watching
or
it
whatever.
then. That's why I say one of the red caution flags is her knowing a lot of men. That's always gonna draw a flag. It's all it with
Hmm.
any man. I know women, y'all might can't understand
Knowing
it,
a lot of men or
but
men trying to, okay, so just because she might, so when you say know a lot of men, are we talking about like knowing their names and hanging out with them? Like, see, because you don't know if that's what she's been doing.
Rick, you
So when you
don't.
saying knowing a lot of men, I mean, what do you mean? Like you're saying, okay, just because you're out with her somewhere and somebody says, hey, Nika, how you doing?
What's up,
Or
Shabla?
whatever.
It's the wife and it came in.
All
Glad you
right,
didn't
hey
chime
Shavla.
in.
Hey
Yeah,
Shavla.
yeah.
Um, yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, I gotta understand this
so I'm
because
just saying, okay, you meet a woman,
okay,
y'all are dating.
right.
So
Hmm.
y'all going different places.
Okay.
And y'all going different places, and everywhere you go, it's another guy she know. Several guys she know in these places. Hardly know women.
Where's everywhere?
Just everywhere. Movies, y'all might go to a nightclub, wherever y'all go, you know what I'm saying? A nice little sports bar, something like that. Wherever you date and go at. You know what I'm saying? Out to eat,
Every
you know what I'm saying? Might go to certain events. Just
okay.
just everywhere you pretty much going, you coming across somebody like, some other cat always in her face. You know
So
what I'm
if you
saying?
using the word everywhere, okay,
Right.
maybe.
So that's a lot of that's like knowing a lot of men.
Have you met somebody before? Have you dealt with somebody before that everywhere you went, some man? I'm
Yeah,
just trying to
of
figure this out.
course. Yeah, yeah.
I don't get it.
Yes, I have.
Maurice,
Yeah,
you dealt with a female before where
We can
everywhere
hear you.
you went, some dude knew her.
yeah, yes,
Oh my god, that's
yes,
crazy to me.
yes. I wouldn't say all females, but I have, hung out with a female everywhere we went. Guys knew her. I guess I wouldn't say she was messing with them all, but
Trying to say, yeah, she she know a lot of men from school and job. I get
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Right.
yeah,
I know that's the case. You know what I'm saying? You can know a lot of men from different places. I get it.
Right. That's all I'm saying. Like it doesn't have
But
anything
I'm
to
saying,
do
but
with,
I'm not saying that's a deal breaker. I'm
but
just
that's
saying
something you're gonna
it's a
keep
right. It's
your
a
eye
concern. It's something that you're gonna watch out for to see if you dealing with a hoe.
on.
Shit.
You know
you
what? Give me something else because
you
I
want to
don't get
you
that at
want to know
all.
that. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't understand that at
I mean,
all.
I
And
don't
see
think.
what y'all don't know about women is, and it depends on when you're dating too. It depends on. I think it depends on maybe the age group, and
Yeah,
again the type of woman that you're dealing with. And
right,
again, it does go back to getting to know her
Right.
to
right,
understand that
Right.
situation
Okay. Just like you say,
because
your situation, you work in the nightclub scene, so
right,
you gonna know a lot of men.
exactly.
That don't mean
It's
you
gonna be
sleeping
people
with a
coming
lot of
up
men
to
that you
me. It's
every
gonna
man you
be
know.
yeah.
That's not what I'm saying
Okay,
in that
but you wouldn't
concern.
know that.
Right.
unless you have that conversation with them,
Right.
right?
But I'm just saying, even though I have a conversation with you,
Mhm.
don't mean you telling me everything I need to know.
Yeah, that's true.
So of
You
course,
never tell
you're gonna take
everything at the
further
beginning.
observing, and
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying, and that's gonna be a caution right there.
I
That's gonna
agree.
be something that's gonna be something that I'm watching for, because if I'm really liking you
Mhm.
and I'm really trying to get with you,
Mhm.
I don't want to make a mistake and bring the neighborhood hoe to the house.
But don't
You
you
see what I'm
already know
saying?
that's the hoe?
No, you right.
Don't you already know that's the hoe?
No.
If you talking about in your community,
Listen,
in your
man.
little town like Columbus, Georgia,
So
and you meet this
is
chick,
that
if she's from
insecurity?
here, do you not already know she's a hoe?
Okay, let me. I'm being attacked right here. Okay,
Oh,
let's
Lord.
see. So Shonda say, so is that insecurity? No, Shonda, that's not insecurity at all.
That's
It's
what I'm saying. Why
concern.
do you
It's
flip
concern.
it to
Okay.
maybe she slept with all of them?
Okay, let me. I'm gonna elaborate. Let me see what my wife say.
Oh,
Wife says,
good.
so women may be popular from work, school, church, and big platform. That doesn't mean they are messing with a lot of men.
Exactly. Period.
I know that. I know that. That's not
But
what
that's
I'm.
just how y'all think as
That's not.
men. You
That's
saying that's a man? That's a
right.
man thing.
Well,
That's not my argument. That's saying just because she know a lot of men, she's a whore. That's not what I'm saying.
You just saying
right.
it's a red flag.
I'm just saying it's an area of concern. You want to see, because if all those with the wifey said is true,
Mhm.
which my wife know a lot of men because of her platform. You
Okay.
see what I'm saying? So that's something that I've learned as I got with her. You see what I'm
Okay.
saying? And being around her and more time I spent with her.
Mhm.
But of course, during the beginning,
Mhm.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? What's the
Mhm.
what? You know, that's just human nature.
You're
You know what I'm
right.
saying? You see what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
just man, that's a manly thing. That not saying because y'all know a lot of men that y'all sleeping with them, and all of them. No,
Mhm.
because if we actually thought that,
Mhm.
it wouldn't even be a second date.
Okay. I got you.
You
I
see what
got
I'm saying? But I'm just
Right.
saying that's just an area of concern that we're gonna pay attention to make sure
you. Mhm.
it is what you say it is, and not what we suspect it to be.
Is it a double standard
No,
if a woman
she should
is
be
with a
concerned.
guy
She should be
that knows
concerned.
a lot of
She
women?
should be concerned. No, it's not. She should
Okay.
have her concern.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because like I tell my sons all the time, don't sleep around with a lot of women, because you pick up they soul ties as well, just like women do. It's no, it's see, a lot of
That's
time we
another
take that
conversation.
double standard and we try to say it, women argue with it, saying that it's okay, that men are trying to say it's okay for men to
Mhm.
sleep with all the women, but it
Which is
ain't
not.
okay for women to sleep with all the men. And then
It's
they
not
try to
okay either
back it
way.
up with Bible scriptures and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
It's not right
But
either
it's
way.
but it never was ordained by God for man to sleep with all these different women.
Mhm. Mhm.
Because when you look in the First Corinthians, it explains what are we to do if we cannot wait for sex. You're talking to man and woman, and that's to get married. That's what that was instructed
Okay.
during in that time. You see what I'm saying? It was never saying it was okay. Yeah, a lot of these men like to say, yeah, it was a lot of great men that had multiple wives and did multiple great things.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? That was true. But
Okay.
you might not be that guy.
Right.
God might not called you to do what he called them men to do what they
Right.
needed to do.
Right. Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
You choose your own
it
path,
was
pretty
never
much.
right. It was never saying that it's okay for all men to
Mhm.
do this and do this and that.
Right.
Different religion, different cultures promote multiple wives.
Okay. Right.
That's their
Okay.
religious
I see that.
belief.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm
Mhm.
not gonna say they wrong for that,
Right. Yeah.
and
Can't.
they
You
not.
can't.
So a
That's not
woman
their.
has every right
Mhm.
to not want to be with a man that has slept with multiple women,
That is
the
true.
same way that men do.
That's
You
true.
see what I'm saying? So I don't look at it as a double standard. It's a preference. If you prefer to have, if say you and Porter's date, right?
Mhm.
And you tell Porter it's okay if you have another woman.
Okay.
That's y'all business.
It is.
If long the three people involved and
Yeah.
okay with it,
It's a choice.
regardless of what my
You
religion say,
choosing
I
it.
should keep my mouth off of it.
Right. It ain't your business.
Right.
Right.
You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So I'm not gonna manipulate you into thinking
Mhm.
that you
Yeah.
wrong,
That I'm wrong.
right? For you feeling the way you feel.
What you want to say, Molly?
Yeah, I got a question. Like at a certain age now, like when you get a certain age, people have, a little multiple partners. When you get around 45,
Mm.
you know, you done had if you've been single, you done had a few partners. Now I understand like we was younger and you would date someone and then they said well, you said, well, how many people you been with? And she say 6, you be like, oh my goodness. You know what you know what I'm saying?
Like, damn.
But when we get
Right.
when we get
That's
older,
reality, though.
right, when we get older, you know, you may went out with a few more people.
Right.
Mhm.
So sometimes you may have to overlook how many partners she had. Or she may have to
Well, just don't
overlook
ask
how
the
many
question at
partners.
all.
Are you
Just don't ask the
asking
question
her
at
how
all.
many partners she
Well,
had?
see, no, not at this age I'm at now.
Okay.
No, I would
Yeah,
not.
let me know.
Right.
The age I'm at now, I would not ask a woman how many partners she had.
Okay.
I don't want to know.
Okay.
But I was saying like when I was like in my late teens, early 20s, yes, we would ask a woman, how many guys you done been? We know we really want to know at that time. But as you know, your body count. But as you get older, you know, you don't ask that question.
Reality
Right.
is
You don't.
Right.
it's going to be a number,
Because
and
she
it's,
probably
it's
got
going
Right.
to
4 or
sound
5
a lot.
kids.
But if you talking about
Exactly.
somebody that's you talking
Yeah.
about somebody that's 50
So you
years
know.
old,
Right.
Right, exactly.
reality is same thing with the man. Most
Right,
likely,
right.
y'all done had more partners than we have.
Well,
Sometimes.
we ain't gonna say all
Sometimes,
that.
some. You're right, some.
Sometimes.
But I mean, really,
Right,
like,
right. So I went if I'm dating a 50-year-old woman, no, I would not ask her how many partners she had.
Right.
No,
It
I
don't even
wouldn't do
matter.
it.
Right. At
No,
that
it
it
don't
point,
don't
matter.
matter.
At that point, it don't matter.
It
Right.
does not matter. If
Right.
you
Right,
like
right.
her, you don't care about. You're not asking her all them questions. You don't
Well, you
care
just-
about that.
What's not what you don't know don't hurt
Right now
Right.
now we 25, you know, 25 and younger,
And you got
then
5 kids
and
already.
you got some type of
I
concerns.
mean,
How many
and you
people
ain't
she
with
been
not
with?
one of the baby
Right.
daddies.
You know,
You ain't never been married
you know,
before.
we both have kids. All of it. Well, I know I got a 24-year-old son.
you. Right.
That's for his age limit to ask the woman the body count. Right.
Interesting. So
Well-
look, Maurice, I'm gonna switch the subject real quick. You said one of your other red flags was that she had more than 3 baby daddies.
Right.
Okay, so I'm gonna go into this because
Uh-oh.
again, it's circumstantial.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit about me.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
All
just a little
right.
bit about me. I don't put myself out there like that for real, but I will. So my first daughter's father, my oldest daughter is 29.
Okay.
Her dad, a lot of people may or may not remember this. Back in the day, 95, I believe. Had got married.
Right.
His name was Teron Robinson,
Right.
and he was shot and killed.
Okay.
On Macon Road.
Right.
I think it was Comfort Inn at the time, and it was like some big party. Him and somebody else got shot. The guy actually got killed.
Oh,
But
okay.
I was married to him. I
Mhm.
found out I was pregnant 2 weeks after his funeral.
Mhm.
Okay, so my first baby.
Right.
My second baby's daddy. Me and him were engaged.
Okay.
And we were together 3 years before we had my second daughter.
Right.
But after a year and a half, we had moved to Atlanta. You know, Atlanta messed our head up. Y'all get there, y'all think all these women want y'all leave, y'all find somebody else, and then y'all realize y'all done messed up. Now y'all want to come back all that. Anyway, we had so we split up that way after we moved to Atlanta. She was 1.5 years old. That's my second baby.
Right.
My third son, no, she's 23. My third child is my son. He's 14. Me and his dad were married 9 years before our divorce was finalized.
Okay.
So I had full blown relationships with these
Right,
men.
right,
These were not
exactly.
something that we just I'm
Right.
just sleeping around. You
Right,
know what I
exactly.
mean? So again, it's circumstantial. So you
Exactly.
can't just say, "Oh, you got 3 baby daddies. I don't want nothing to do with you." My first daughter's father is still deceased. My
That's
second daughter's father,
understandable.
you see what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
it's almost like I do have to
Right.
explain this
Right.
when I talk about my kids.
And once you
you know what I mean?
and once you explain it like to a man that you're
Right.
about to date, he will understand. Any man will understand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Any
But
man will.
and my kids
Yeah.
are older now, so it's really
Right.
hasn't
And
come
then
up as an issue.
I think it
because
go
my
with the
kids are
age
older.
too.
And the age,
I think
right,
the age
right,
has
right.
something to do with it.
If I had a 5, 6, and 7-year-old,
Right.
you know
That's
what I'm saying,
different.
then it may be
Right.
a little more
And
pushing.
everybody
right.
had their own daddy.
Yeah.
I should have been more
Right.
specific in the age range.
But
Right.
I
because
mean,
when you because
if that's your if that's how
But
you
Well,
that
not-
still be
not-
your preference, so you
Right.
still might not be okay with
well
it.
not like if you look just say she have grown kids.
Okay.
Like I say, it's still like the age range is a little bit different. if we were younger and she had 4 kids by 4 different guys, then I'm
Right.
looking at her like, okay.
What's going
But
on?
like I said, you've been dating 20 something years,
Mhm.
almost 30 years. You done had a life.
Right.
Right.
So
Right.
that's understandable.
Right.
I'm just basically, just saying it in a minimal with certain
Right.
ages.
Mhm.
If I'm 30 years old, 25 years old, of course,
Right.
you kind of concerned about that. But
So
when,
let's say you're 50 years old and you
right,
meet a 30-year-old
if I
that
meet,
has 3 kids and 3 baby daddies.
You better run.
yeah, that would be an issue.
That would be an issue.
Yes,
So
yes.
you want to hear her. You want
I would
to
prefer-
prefer.
I would prefer,
always-
I would prefer the 50-year-old with the 3 kids. 'Cause
Okay.
nine times out of 10,
They
her
grown.
kids
The
are
kids are
grown,
grown.
Right.
and then like I said, she done lived her life.
Right. Right.
Now a 30-year-old is that's a whole nother story. I don't really want to go in.
Right.
I mean, because it
'cause I
happens.
have-
This is out here, like,
'cause I have dated-
This is
I have dated younger women
right.
that's 30 years old, so that's a whole nother story. But
Hey, we might need to get on that.
so
on that, make that
that's kind
I
of
just
Man,
want to
that
know.
topic-
That's kinda
I'm
not-
out of I'm out of it.
Yeah,
I
you
ain't
out of
no-
that
some-
loop anyway.
that's kind of not
Yeah.
acceptable.
would like
But
that.
I
a big
don't want to
business.
judge
Yeah.
any young woman. So, but
But it's the same thing for women, though. I can say that women, we do look at that too. We
Right.
want to see if a man has 5, 6 kids.
Right.
We may want to know
How many
how many
baby
baby
mamas?
mamas you got and
Right.
how many of them you deal with on a regular basis.
right.
What
So-
type of relationship do y'all
So
have?
so
That's
is it
another
wrong
thing,
for
too.
a man? Is it wrong for? I know we kind of getting out red flag, but it's still
Oh,
kind of
yeah,
it's still kind of
so that's still
entwined.
the same thing. He said
But
that's a red
so is
flag
it
for him.
wrong for a man to with no kids
Okay.
to not want to date a woman with kids?
Nope. But that's a preference. I think that's more of a
but
preference.
I will say this
I don't
right
know if
here.
it's a red flag.
I know you guys done heard this. I will say that you have women that have kids. They would turn around and say, well, they will have 4 kids and turn around and say, well, I don't want to date no man with no kids. I'm like, why would you say that? You have 4 kids.
But that's their preference too, though.
I
Right,
know
but
That's
that's
not right or wrong.
yeah,
She's
but-
not right or wrong for wanting
Right.
to do that. But I mean, the chances
it's the
of
nerve
her
of you.
finding
It's
a
the nerve of
man
you.
that
How
has
dare
no
you.
kids that wants her and she does have kids is real low.
Mo-
The chances of her finding that is low.
most men 35 and up got a kid or 2.
So I'm gonna throw this out
I
here.
met a lot of men that don't have
Oh, you
kids.
did?
It
I have.
was, it was
I've met a lot
another
of men.
podcast that I seen. I can't remember which one that said, okay, a man with multiple baby mamas still has more value than a woman with multiple baby fathers.
That's true.
More value.
Yes, yes,
Why
that's
do
true.
you say they have more value?
But see, because society.
Okay, so let me paint the scenario. A man with multiple baby mamas that's taking care of the kid, not just joking they've been made up and caught out,
Okay.
but we have multiple baby mamas taking care of the kids, good relationship with the baby mamas or
None
whatever.
of the kids live with them.
No, they don't live with him.
Okay,
They with
keep
their
going.
mom. 90% of the time, that's how it is.
That's probably the only thing that will
Right.
make him valuable.
Right.
That the kids don't live with
Right,
him.
they don't
because,
live with him.
Yeah, he's
So
not dealing
got,
with
right,
them
he
on
got,
a regular basis.
he got 4. Just say he got 4 baby mamas, 4 kids.
Okay.
He's taking care of all of them. Got a relationship with the kid. He's just not
Mhm.
sending a check, picking them up, spending time with him. He's a good guy, good dad.
Mm-hmm.
Woman, 4 kids, 4 baby mom, 4 baby father. They saying that on this podcast, there was a female said it,
Mm-hmm.
that a man still have more value than that woman with the same scenario.
I can see why she would say that. Again, if that man does not have any kids living with him, the woman has all her kids living with
Right.
her.
I mean, that's the scenario.
That, yeah, I
right.
mean,
because like I
I
say,
can
most
see
of the
why
time the kids are
that
with
would
the
be a
mama.
thought process. Yeah,
Right.
I can see why that would be something they would say.
Is that a double standard though?
I think it's reality. I don't know if I want to say a
So-
double standard.
So
The reality is the woman is the one with the kids most of the time.
Yeah.
Most of the time
Right.
it's the woman with the kids. That's
Exactly.
just reality.
Right.
And then the man, yeah, hopefully is taking care of those kids and kind of getting the kids occasionally, maybe on the weekend or whatever.
so that same man with the 4 kids,
Mhm.
4 different women say, I don't want to date a woman with kids.
I mean, well, he can say that. I mean, he can say that. That's a preference. I
What
think
about that woman with 4 different kids, 4 different dads? Can she say
it's,
the same?
she can if that's what she wants, but the chances
Is
of
it
her
logical?
running into that
Right.
is not is
So the
low.
chances
The
are better for
chances are
him
low.
to run
The
into that.
chances are probably better for him,
Okay.
especially if he doesn't have the kids living with him. So
Mm.
if you don't have the kids living with you, and then you meet somebody that doesn't have any kids, then y'all's time together, y'all gonna have more time together. Y'all aren't gonna have kids around you all the time.
Right.
You're not gonna have kids living with you. Y'all move in together. You don't have to worry about her having kids. You don't have any, or any kids moving in or whatever. But see, women do have to realize though, if with that man that has those 4 kids that don't have the kids living with him, anything could happen. What if that? What if one of the baby mamas dies and he has to take on that child? Now that child has to move in with y'all. So
Mm.
you have to look at the
So
whole
it
picture of it.
matters.
You just
So it
can't
doesn't
say.
matter that the child not living with the guy
You
or
said,
living
does
with
it
him.
not matter?
Why does it matter? Right.
Why does it matter that the kids don't
Right.
live with
Or
him?
live with it. Why does it? Why does that mean anything? Why does that makes it yay or nay that the kids?
If the kids
Right.
do not live with the
Right.
man,
So like the scenario you just painted,
right?
something happened
Anything can happen,
and then the kids had to come in. So
right?
what's the problem with that?
There isn't a problem with it. There isn't a problem with it, but it's reality. If a woman is will think that a man has more value if the kids do not live with him, that may not always be the situation.
So what if
You
the
just got
kids
to
live
take that
with him?
into.
So, but now,
I say if it goes down for a woman, it goes down for a man. If the kids are living with the man.
cut that mic
Yeah.
on. You just turn that one on.
This one.
Yeah, got to turn it on. Yeah, hold it down. You can take it out of there.
Okay. I was just saying, why does it matter if the kid stays with the dad? You know what I'm saying? If the kid already stays with the dad, does his value stop? I mean, does his value drop?
I don't even like the word value while we're saying value, but because I think either thing could happen. Either thing could be going on. The man can have the kids living with him because I've run into that several times too. The woman can have the kids living with her, but the reality is how y'all have to just figure out how it's gonna work for both of y'all. I don't think it's a value thing really. I don't think it makes anybody
Okay, so
less valuable.
let me rephrase. Does his value and worth probably not the same
Yeah,
thing?
it is. It is the same thing.
I'm just trying to
But
figure out, like,
so okay, if the
So
child
does it change the circumstance?
yeah, basically.
Does it change the circumstances if the kids are with him or without him? And how the
I think it
woman see
does
him as a catch or not? Because you
because
you, you established that if the kids are not with the
I think it
father, then
depends on the situation with the woman too.
what?
I think the type of woman that he chooses, I think it depends on how she accepts him, whether he has kids or not. It depends on her situation too. So if she has kids living with her and he has kids living with him, it's the same situation. So I think they would see each other kind of as equal. Now we got to figure out how we're going to work this thing out with you having kids with you and me having kids with me.
Right.
So now we got to figure out our time and how we're going to space that out. Now we got to, okay, are we going to introduce our kids? Like, how serious are we going to make this? I think it puts us as two equals. It doesn't make either person more or less valuable in that case because we're in the same situation.
I agree.
That
I
I guess
agree.
is that what y'all asking?
I mean,
I guess
Yeah. I mean,
somewhat.
you answered it for me.
But can I say this right here though?
Mhm.
You guys know, like society, they look at it like this. They look at it like if a man has 4 kids living with him, still he has a higher value than a woman that has 4 kids. I don't know why. No, listen. I don't know. I don't look at
Yeah, tell me
I don't look at
tell
it
me
that
why.
way.
Why?
But I don't look at it that way. But you hear it so much. You
Okay.
hear like especially a lot of wealthy men,
Right.
they feel like, you know, they don't want to date a woman with kids. You get what I'm saying? And they can have, just say, like you said earlier, just say their wife may have passed and they have their kids. A lot of times society doesn't look at that man like he's a low value, but they'll look at that woman like she's a low value. Like, you know, like they said, when a man gets older, he's fine like wine. You know, he grows.
I think that word for women.
no, no,
I ain't
No.
gonna lie. I ain't gonna
no.
lie.
I hear that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I don't agree
Like
with.
when women get older, they,
But I'm just saying, they're saying-
better. They get better. With
They all,
age.
but they're saying what they're saying men do. I mean, that's the same. I'm not saying I feel that way.
Yeah.
No, I'm not because I'm not a judgmental person. But what I'm saying is, what you hear I hear in society
Right.
that women they look down upon because they have multiple kids, single.
I think men are too,
And
though.
that is
Well, not
I really-
necessarily because
I think at some point, I mean,
if you was a single father right now, no, a high value woman will still date you.
I mean, I would say,
I agree
yeah.
with that.
They would.
okay, it's like
I agree
me
with
and my
that.
wife were having a discussion earlier today, and we were talking about, you know, she had made a point about, you know, we were talking to our sons and stuff. When a woman don't want you, just let her go. Don't make a big deal about it, because as a man, we have more to choose from,
Mm.
more options.
Mhm, mhm.
And I
Absolutely.
said, well, I'm gonna say this much. For a man, we have more to choose from if we're looking for a relationship. Sex-wise, women have more.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Women
Exactly.
can have sex whenever they
Mhm.
like.
Yeah.
They do.
Okay.
We have to
I
have
agree with
sex when
that.
we get a chance.
Get a
That's
That's
true.
why. That's why
I
we
agree
are
with
so. That's why we are so. That's why a lot of us cheat. A lot of men cheat because you got to get sex when you can get it, because you can't always get it, and you don't want to
Right.
turn it down.
Right.
I get
As
that.
you grow
I get that.
older and you understand more, then you learn to resist your nature. You
Right.
learn how to say, you know what?
Sometimes.
Some men don't.
Some men.
You see what I'm saying?
Sometimes. Right.
I'm speaking from a personal standpoint.
Yeah.
I know how I was when I was younger and how I am today.
Mhm.
So, you know, when I was young, I felt like I had to get everything that came my way.
Right.
I couldn't let nothing pass,
Right.
because I don't know when I'm gonna get it again. Even though I was getting it on the regular, it's like I just can't stop, because anything that come my way, I got to get it.
Right.
As I got older, went through some shit,
Mhm.
lost a lot of shit, realized, hey, those ways are going to keep you in trouble. Learn to mature and have some resistance
Okay.
into where you don't get everything that come your way. Everything that come your way ain't good for you. Like
Right.
they say, everything tastes good ain't good for you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So you learn as you get older to resist the nature that we was given, because we have so many hormones in our body that we want to have sex on a dime. Just like when you look at animals, a male dog, he'll be laying there minding his business. The moment he smells heat,
Mhm.
nigga go crazy. He'll
Okay.
walk gate, under gates, whatever he got to do to get it.
Okay.
Fight, whatever he got to do to get it, because he knows this is his time,
Mhm.
and he ain't gonna be able to get it for a while until that heat cycle come along.
Okay.
That's the same nature we have as men. That
Okay.
saying that when we smell that heat,
Okay. Then you have to be able to control.
as you get older, a lot of times you learn. A lot of times you don't.
A lot of
I
Right.
I know a lot of cats,
Yeah.
you know,
I know some people right
Don't.
now.
but when you talking about a young,
control.
you talking about a young man with testosterone and
Right.
Yeah.
hormones just off the fucking chain.
Right.
Every little slight skin you see, you know what I'm saying? It gets you aroused. You know what I'm saying? So when you at that age, no, you can't. You don't learn how to control it. That's why I say to my sons a lot of times, it's not good to lay with a lot of different women,
Right.
because when you do find that woman, you comparing her to all the other women before her. You ain't even
Right.
gonna appreciate her
Mhm.
for what she actually is,
That's very
because of the
true.
comparison that you
Yeah.
having, because you done been out there so much.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? So I don't condone men sleeping with multiple women, just like I don't want a woman that has slept with a bunch of men.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I know what it did. I know what it do
Right.
because you know what I'm saying. I'm living proof of that. I understand that. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So that causes problems in a marriage, in a relationship.
Right.
That
Okay.
you have
It
that.
does. That's
Yeah.
true.
Right.
I
It
can see
definitely
That,
does.
that's very true. Like they say, you know, a man marry who he wants. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A woman marry who wants to marry her.
Right.
A woman
I agree
sleeps
with
with
that.
who she want to sleep with.
Right.
Right. We can't sleep with who we want to sleep
Right.
with.
We sleep with who we can.
Who we can, but we marry who we want.
Right. Exactly. You're right.
And I would say that's a since we're talking about red flags, I'm gonna go back to red flags.
We still on them.
That is a red flag for me. Like a guy that comes up to me and he can't get off of what he sees.
Right.
Really?
Seriously.
Hmm.
They can't let that go. It's
So
like
a guy that really admiring your beauty, that's a
but no.
or
If
lust.
he can't, yes, if he can't
There's a
let
difference.
that side of
Right.
it go. I mean, I get that. I get there are going to be men that are going to be attracted to me. I get that. And I
Right.
get they're going to be sexually attracted to me. That's
Right.
me, and I understand that.
Right.
But if you can't just let that go, why every time I talk to you on the phone, that's what you're talking about.
That's
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 a red
that's a
flag for me.
right. That's
Like,
a
don't keep
Right.
telling me
You
That's
already
a-
know what
I'm
it is. You know what it
sexy
is.
and
Then, right.
you don't know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
can do.
yeah.
You just don't know what I can do.
So you don't
all
like
that.
that? Hey, beautiful.
no.
right.
That's
Like
that's
the-
that's an immature guy.
But you know the thing is that when they tell you you're beautiful, oh, but I'm sure
There
you
you
hear
go.
that all the time. I'm sure you hear that all the
I'm
time.
just saying.
You so
Listen to what
beautiful.
she
I'm
said.
sure you hear that all the time.
No.
What
You
he
know, I
say?
get that. You know,
Yeah.
but like leave that alone. Like I get it. I'm not just oblivious.
That's just an
of that
immature
as a
guy.
woman.
That's
You
an
know what I mean?
immature
So
man
you
that
like the
does
type of
it.
conversations that more
No, she's not
stimulate,
saying
I
that.
have to be mentally
intellectual.
stimulated. I have to be mentally
Okay, oh, I understand that part though, but at the same, no. Listen,
Shonda
no,
say,
I understand.
Shonda say yes, ma'am.
I
What's
understand.
on that? Yes, man.
I understand what you're saying, but you on something else.
No,
But
I know
look,
that.
but I'm-
like that.
I'm saying
Don't do
this.
it. Don't do it.
I'm just saying. When a guy talk to you about sex all the time,
Yeah.
you know, 9 times out of 10 he's immature
Yeah,
and he can't produce what he's talking about.
absolutely. And that's what I see it as.
Yeah.
If you're telling me all this stuff, you can
Yeah.
do most likely, sir, you can't do
Right,
none of that you're
right.
talking about.
Right.
And I'm good.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm going to
Right.
treat you how
Right.
you're doing. Oh, okay, you're gonna do that for real.
And not just
in the
inter-
meantime, you know what? I want something to eat. I want
Right.
something to eat.
and not just
That's how I treat
intellectual.
them. I'm not gonna take them serious.
No, and not just
I'm not gonna take them serious.
not just
Here you go.
not just an
Oh.
intellectual guy.
Okay.
A guy that got common sense,
Okay.
knows when he's talking to a woman.
Sounds like
Not the-
intellectual.
No,
It pretty much do.
it's intellectual.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm just, well, I
don't
get,
know what God he's
I-
talking
I
about,
get-
but
I
it sounds
guess-
like an intellectual God
I
to
get,
me.
I guess I'm intellectual too, because because I'm not gonna talk. I'm not gonna talk to a woman about sex.
Right, the intellectual.
Yeah.
I
I
haven't
mean,
even had sex with you.
Right,
Like,
right.
when you're talking about sex, I haven't even had sex with you.
I'm trying.
That's just ridiculous to me. I
Right.
don't understand.
and I
that.
agree
we
with
talk
you.
about
It is
grown
sign of
men.
immaturity.
Right.
We are
It's definitely
talking
a sign
about
of
grown
immaturity.
men in
Right.
their 50s and 60s.
Right,
now. I'm
right.
not talking about men
Sean
in
was
their
talking,
30s.
yeah, it's a big turn on. You don't need to be worried about this.
Who said that?
Why?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I'm
yeah.
saying, look, I'm
You don't
saying,
even need to be
Jimmy
commenting.
said, cover your ears on this one.
You don't need to be in there.
I'll be kind of no, man. I keep that to myself.
Mature men don't
Yeah.
do that. You right. You right.
But yeah, so
You're right,
yeah,
boo-boo.
that is
You're
a
right.
red flag to me.
Yeah, it is.
You know, and yes, mental stimulation, and I think we've talked about this before, where I was like, my attraction, my sexual attraction to a man is not based on just the physical.
Right.
I have to be
Mentally.
mentally stimulated. I
Okay.
can't
I'm talking
have
about she
you
got your back.
calling
She trying to
me.
get your back.
You speaking all his facts.
No, she got my back. All right,
Yeah,
Shabla,
she
that's
got
what I'm
your
Hey,
talking
look.
about.
Speaking all my
Yeah, he love it. No, he loving it. He loving that.
I am.
I'm
He loving
saying,
that.
Because
but this is what women from sleeping with all these men, but you gotta
Right.
get in a
Some of these niggas
mature
slick though. Come on,
Right.
stick
state.
it.
You gotta get in a
stick it
mature
wall.
state, a
Right.
mature mindset. And women, we really do have to work on ourselves and heal ourselves in order to get to that place. because
Right.
we have to be able to recognize
Right.
that
Absolutely.
when we cheat.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's what keeps us. That's why we can go 2-3 years without having sex with men. Because if
Wow.
I'm not mentally stimulated by you, what's the point? What's your point?
Mm.
What's your point? It doesn't matter. You can take me out 20 times. If
Hallelujah.
you ain't got no real
Hallelujah.
She
I'ma
said
But you know,
something.
but
answer.
you know what? She,
Come on with
you,
it, Coco.
you know, if a woman can go that long, those are the women that you look
You need to be looking for, right?
right.
But
For
men,
marriage.
they don't want us. I'm telling you, men will look over that.
Not men though.
But
Those
you
not
Well,
know
men.
what,
okay,
though?
yeah, you're
Not
right.
men.
You're
But you know
right.
what, though?
Real men will
Right.
not. You're
Right.
right.
Yeah.
Let's
In
let's start there.
retrospect,
You're right.
But in
You're right.
retrospect
Real
of
men
this
will not.
conversation, it's the same way when women are looking at men. Like, y'all will pass up a real good man too. You know what I'm saying? Over, he may not be that,
He ain't tough enough.
yeah, or he not
He ain't
masculine
thug.
enough, or
Right.
whatever
They
case
think
may
that
be.
thug shit is
Or like if he
masculine.
wears
Not
glasses
street
and
enough.
he wears suspenders, like he ain't that dude.
He
You know
ain't
what
street
I'm saying?
enough.
Or
He
he
ain't
ain't
hood
You
enough.
know what I'm
Yeah.
But
saying?
no, I
It's
think
the same.
masculinity or being a man is more than just that.
That tough.
Because I have to see again how you handle your business,
Right, absolutely.
and I have
I
to
agree.
feel safe with you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right,
Like I need to know when I go out with you that you got. I'm not saying you got to stand in front of a bullet or whatever, but you know how to look around
Right.
Wanna be
your
secure.
surroundings
Right. Right. Right.
and be like, look, I see anything off, you out of here.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's just different. It's certain
about
things
that
we're gonna be
protection that we
looking
were
for. It
talking
ain't
about
got to
last
do with
week,
you
right?
being a thug, being
Right.
to jail. That don't make no man. That don't make
Exactly.
no real man.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So how do you take care of me? How do you treat me? You
You
know what I'm
know,
saying? When we're out and we're together, how do you treat me?
that's
Because
na-
that's gonna turn me on
right. Natural
faster than
instincts.
anything.
Right. You
I
have
mean,
natural instincts to protect the woman.
That's it.
Yeah, that's
That's it. Natural instinct. Just like women are nurturers naturally.
The other say,
A
can
real
you
woman, we
lead?
want to take care of
Can
y'all.
you
Right.
protect
But
and
are y'all
provide?
doing that for us too?
right.
You know what I mean? Like I need to see that too. And if I don't see that, I'll be single forever until I see that out of a man.
All right.
What
Right.
are you doing to make me feel like you got me? Because
Right.
guess what? I'm gonna do you like that.
Right.
And I'm not
Right.
gonna ask you no questions. I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna look for anything in return because I know I'm gonna get
Get
that
it.
from you
Yeah, there you
anyway.
go. I
Like
like
the
that.
wife, he
Right.
said,
You
she
see what
said,
I'm
can
saying?
you
But you-
lead? Can you protect and provide?
That's
Right.
it. I mean, that's it. If you got me, I got you.
Right.
That's another thing I think we kind of discussed one
We
time.
talked about it last week.
Got me, I
Yeah,
got
that's that
you.
we talked about because
Right.
Well,
that's a
there you
red
go.
flag to me.
There you
Now
go.
you can provide. That may not mean
Money.
paying all my bills for me.
Right.
And like I said, I'm not going to be looking for you if you can't have a conversation with me and look past the physical. Have a conversation with me and see I don't need you for your little $40 that women
Not
be
the funky
asking you
farted.
for.
Not the funky
Because
farted. They done came up
I don't
again.
need $40.
Hey,
I need $4,000 at
Do
the
you
end of the
hear
day.
me?
I don't need your little $40. Okay. So if you can't look at me
They
and
need
or have a
40,000.
conversation, I need 4,000. I don't need
Okay.
40. So you'll never see me asking you for that. But it may be, hey, look, if you've been listening to me, you may know she like ice cream. You know what? I know she like ice cream.
Right.
Let me call her up. Hey, what you doing? I'm gonna come get you. I got some stuff I got to do.
So it's a little
Meantime,
thing.
we're gonna stop
it's
at Cold Stone.
It's a
You
little
know what I'm
thing.
saying? Get you
Yeah.
some ice cream.
Right.
That little stuff, it does not mean paying for my bills, but you paying attention.
It's-
You making sure I'm riding
Well,
right.
she preaching in
You
here
like,
today.
Well, we learned some.
It's that safety.
Come on with
If
it.
you hear my car brake squeaking, you know you trying to make sure I
Right.
get home.
Hey, what
Right.
you talking
You
You
want to make
say-
sure I'm getting home.
What
So
Right.
you hear that? You
Shonda
go,
say,
baby, I hear your
preach.
brake
That's right.
squeaking,
That's
baby.
right.
You got
I
got a little
That's
I
time.
right.
got somebody that can take care of that because I'm looking for your resources.
That's
Get
right.
the collection plate. Bo, bring the collection plate.
And you know what? I'm gonna tell you
It's a
another
lot of
thing.
stuff, and that's simple stuff. That's normal stuff. That's natural stuff. That's what
Right.
we should be looking for in a man.
Right.
Because a lot of us aren't letting y'all go just because of little shit. It's not just
Right.
little shit. It's that shit you don't see
Mhm.
out of
Right.
y'all.
Right.
That's what we're turning down.
I'm
That's what
gonna
we
tell
turning
you
down.
something else on the woman's side. With men,
What's up on the man's side? You
what men,
on the woman's side?
I'm saying,
What's up on the
I'm
man's
saying,
side? It's a woman right here.
I'm saying what we
I
look at.
don't want to hear that.
I'm saying-
man's side. You gotta
No,
put that
no,
here.
I'm saying like she giving us pointers. I'm gonna give the women some pointers.
So, okay,
What we
my
what,
bad.
what we
I'll
look at.
protect my statement. Though.
yeah. Please do.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
But no, we look at like just say I meet your kids and I see how mannerable your kids are, you know how respectful they are. We judge. We say, dang, you know the kids are respectful, well mannered. You know, got they like
Especially-
right. That turns a man on also to a woman to see that her when she do have kids, how well you know
You
mannerable her
interact.
kid
You
right.
interact with her.
Well, kids and how well mannered they are, and you know,
especially
right?
especially
And
if
that's
you
very
do it
attractive.
by yourself.
Yeah, that's very
If you're
attractive.
doing it by
By
yourself,
yourself, that's
that's
very-
really
That's very attractive.
yeah.
Well,
that's
so
what's
so
really
so
good.
we was talking about value.
Welcome,
A
Sarita.
man value
Hey,
may
Sarita.
a man value may switch over a little bit. Say, okay, she has 3 kids
Tell him,
or
Coco.
4 kids, but look how her kids are.
Tell him,
Right.
Coco.
And so his whole state of mind may look at you and you may go up more.
Right.
Sandra, I ain't gonna
Well,
repeat
I'ma-
that.
I'ma
I
tell you
ain't
this
gonna
right
repeat
here,
what you just
too.
said.
When it comes to me and my kids' fathers, one thing I can say about them is they respect me
Right,
and my situation. So
right,
y'all as men got to be able to see that too.
right,
Y'all got to see how that man handles her
right,
because you'll be able to see that respect because I don't run your household. I can't tell you who to date, who not to date.
right,
We all we got is a child together. We
right,
ain't together no more. All we know is we got to come together. And we got to do what we need to do with that child. Now, if you bring another female in the situation, that's fine. My son lives with me. My youngest son lives
Right.
with me. So you bring a female, honey, I don't have to meet her because my son is not with you all the time. So I don't really have to know everything about her. Now, if you want me to meet her, that's cool. You want to have a date, I'm cool with it. But and maybe they're thinking, well, you know, he's gonna be with me sometimes. So if he's with me sometimes, he may be with me sometimes. You
Mhm.
know, whatever. I'm cool with that. But I don't run your household. I have to trust you enough to make sure you put my son in a situation where
absolutely,
he's
Situation.
comfortable
Right.
and he's safe.
right,
And here I got to trust you for that.
That's right.
right,
You know what I mean?
That's
So
right.
that's why it don't matter to me who you dealing with, who you date.
right,
I got to trust you to make the right
Respect
decision
that.
in the person
Right.
you with, because I'm gonna do the same thing with you.
right,
Now another thing I look at too, don't introduce me to everybody you date because I'm not gonna do you like that.
right,
If I know I'm not gonna be in no full blown relationship with this person, why am I introducing him to you? I'm not
Right.
even introducing them to my kids.
exactly.
Let
You know what I
alone
mean?
to anybody that I done dealt with.
Mhm.
Right. I'm
Yeah,
with
you can't do that. I don't particularly like that. And sometimes I see that, you know, my
Mhm.
son's father introduced him to a number of females. But you know, that's
Yeah.
his business. I don't want
Right,
that.
right,
You
right.
know, and I had to tell him early on
You don't
when
have
we
a problem with
first
that?
split up. I don't have a problem with that. I can't have a problem with that. You know what I
I
mean?
know
That's
a lot
his
of women
business.
would have a problem with
That's his business. I've
seeing
never been
every
like
chick that he dates.
any other female because even back when my kids, you know, when I did split up with them, going down to child support, I don't care if you give me child support or not because guess what, my kids gonna be taken care of regardless, and I
I wish there
can't,
was more women
I
like you.
can't,
There you go.
I
Right.
can't hold my kids or keep my kids from you because you ain't paying child support. If you mess up your relationship with the kids, that's on you. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Mm.
My kids ain't never
Mm.
gonna be able to
Mm.
come back and say, "Mama kept me from my dad."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You do that.
Let me ask
Whether
y'all.
you give me any money or not, it's not an issue at all. That should
And-
not be a big issue.
and you
I
know
don't
what?
care about that.
And you know what? For real, we ain't even really giving the money to y'all. You know what I'm saying?
It
It's
goes,
really
it
to the
does,
kid.
it goes to the kids, but
You know
that's
what I'm
not
saying?
realistic though.
Right.
I get
You
it.
know what I'm saying?
I get it.
That's
They-
not real.
because
You
they broke
can't
it to
look at
me.
it like
They broke it down to me
yeah.
back when I was in Ohio. I know, like, well, I don't know how
Because
it
you
is
had that
here.
mindset at first because somebody had to tell you like,
Well, yeah, but then, like, again, like, you know what I'm saying? It do come a time where you do have to grow up.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Man
right.
or a woman, like, you do something in you
Mhm.
makes you, and you'll start looking at things.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You start seeing things
You
different.
have to change
You
your
wanna-
mindset. That's maturity.
Can I
You
ask
have
y'all?
to change.
Can I ask y'all this right here? Is it different? Like, just say your son's father, he brings like different women around your son.
Mhm.
Okay, Jimmy asked you, was that a problem? Like, I guess in a little boy's eyes, when he sees his dad with different women, I don't think he really just judge that. For some reason, we don't, but we do On the other hand, if we look at our
The
mothers
mama,
with
as
different
men
men coming around,
Yeah.
as a young man,
still think it's
I
bad.
would have
I
had.
still think it's bad for the boy to see the dad.
But I'm saying, like, I'm just going by
I mean,
my.
we learn off
I'm just going
what we
by.
see.
Right.
No, I'm just going by my experience as a child. Seeing my dad with multiple women didn't affect me, didn't bother me.
You think?
No,
You sure?
but I did not want. But I was very listen. I was very protective of my mom.
Right.
Very protective. I didn't want no man around my mom if it wasn't my dad.
My son is gonna be like that with me.
Right. So,
Already.
like I say, when you see your mom with a couple of men, it affects you as a young man.
Right.
But when you see your father with, multiple women, it don't affect you the same.
You don't think it affect you?
No.
But you don't.
It
Do
might-
you think it doesn't
I think it
affect you
affect
because
you.
you don't live with the dad to see all this?
I still think it affects you.
I don't. I
I'ma
mean,
tell you how
I'm
know
just
it
telling you how I know. I was just very protective
Yeah.
of my mom.
Now that part,
Very protective.
I can feel. The part where you say that seeing your pops with different women,
And my dad was married
it didn't affect
3
you.
times and had girlfriends.
It's like, my pop was, my pop did what he did or whatever. I'm gonna tell you how it affected me because I thought that was
Can't
what
hardly
we were
hear you.
supposed to. I thought that's what we were supposed to do as men. I thought we were supposed to have multiple women. You know what I'm saying? I see my dad doing it. I see my uncle doing it. I see my cousins doing it. You know what I'm saying? All the older guys that surround me are dealing with multiple women. Yeah, they may have Betty at home and she taking care of the home front. And then we see that. So, okay, so now in our mind, as we processing, you're supposed to have one at home that's supposed to be taking care of the kids in the house. And then you can leave the house and then go be with her, and her.
Yeah.
So if this is what you're seeing
Right. You think
on
it's
a
normal.
regular basis,
Right.
that's what you're gonna
That's your
do.
norm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like that's what
So,
you're
let
gonna
me
So do
ask
you
you
think
something.
that's
Let me ask you
because
something.
those
Yeah, go ahead.
men aren't having a conversation with you
It could have been that.
about it?
It could have been that, like wholeheartedly. But when you're trying to perceive something that you see, like you said, when no one's explaining it to you, you're gonna take it as in what you see. Like, oh, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. You know what I mean?
So,
But if it
Um,
was talked to you or whatever, I'm sorry, y'all. If it was talked to you and told to you or whatever that this ain't what you do, then
Right.
maybe you will do something different. But
I can't agree with that totally.
so let me ask you something. You say
Yeah.
it was okay when you saw your daddy with multiple
Yeah.
women. So, as a man, how do you see marriage?
I mean,
Right.
how I feel about marriage, and how I
have you been married? Are you
no, I've
married?
never been married.
You've never been married. So you don't think that has a play in why you've never been married?
No, I don't think that has a play in it.
Not saying that it's the reason why.
No, I don't
but you
think
that have a play in that.
like I always said, and I'm gonna say it again. With me, feelings have to be mutual. All mutual. I can't be loving her more than she's loving me. She can't be loving me more than I love her. I don't know if I'm asking for too much, but that's all I'm asking for. It's mutual.
no, you're not asking for too
Mutual.
much.
See, but my thing is,
Well,
I want to be married. Don't get me wrong. I want to be married. I just want everything to be mutual.
well, people have different love languages.
But I want to also say this right.
Your love
Go ahead.
language might not be her love language.
Right.
The thing about it, what I think we get misconstrued, is we don't know how to love people in their love
Way.
The
language,
way they
and not the way
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
in our love language.
Right.
You got to love your partner in their love language, not yours.
Right.
So
You
you
see what I'm
can't
saying?
really say
So
she
it
don't
never-
love you
Mutually,
more than
right.
you
I
love
was
her.
gonna say that. It
Right.
can never be.
That's why I'm
mutual.
saying you don't think
It can
Right.
that.
never be mutual.
Right. It's
I
never
would
going to
never
be
think
that
it would
kind
be
of
But
balance.
he just said
Right.
that. So he just said it in that particular way. Because I was feeling like.
But I also want to say this.
Make perfect
But see, by me seeing my dad married 3 times with multiple women, that's still I have dated women. Just say even when I was in high school for a year and a half, faithful. Didn't want to mess around. I didn't want to mess around on the person I was with. You get what I'm saying? So I don't think we take everything out that we see in life.
Well, I think everything our parents do, whether it's positive or negative, affects us in a way.
It trickles down. Yeah.
It has
Yes,
to.
but
It's like with your kid, with your son, with your
Right.
son. Okay, everything you've done, whether it was good or bad, has some type of effect on him.
I mean,
So
certain
it's not-
things.
you can't say that it didn't affect you at all.
Right.
It's you're not aware of
That
where
it
it affects you at,
Right.
Right.
but it has to affect you in some kind of way. Like
So you think that's the reason why I never been married? I mean, I don't want to put my business out here.
I can say
It
I won't
could've
say
been.
that is the reason, but I can say it contributes to the reason.
Yeah. And then on
So
Because
when
there
you
may
go
be
back
other
and look
things
at their
that have that, right?
relationship, your parents' relationship, it may unconsciously.
It's like with
you
me,
know what I'm saying?
I
Make
ain't
you
never
make
seen
that
my
decision.
daddy with another woman. You see what I'm saying? But my mom.
Right.
Right.
So my children, all of my children can tell you that even though I have 5 children with 3 different women, they can never tell you they saw me with multiple
Mhm.
women. You see what I'm saying? They can only, like my children that I have before the ones I got with my wife now, they only seen me with their mama and my wife I'm with now. My
Mhm.
older daughter only saw me with her mama, the other children mama, and the one I'm with now.
Mhm.
You see, so my daddy kind of set a mold for me
Mhm.
to go by.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? To where even when I was dating women, I would not bring them around my children. That's why I asked you. You don't think you don't have an issue with that, because a
Right.
lot of women will have an issue with every man that every
Their
woman
child.
that she
Mhm.
date, she got to bring around a child,
Right.
especially her son, because he's gonna mimic his dad. That's his hero. You see what I'm saying? Regardless how much love he has for his mom, like you said, you was your mama protector,
Right.
but your daddy was your idol. You see what I'm saying? If you had a great daddy, that's who you looked up to.
Mhm.
So your life is pretty much gonna mirror his life in some
Mm.
kind of way.
Some type of
You
way.
see what I'm saying? So you
Right.
can't say that what your father do does not affect you. See, I'm very aware of what I do affects my son.
Right.
The way I treat their mother affects my daughter.
Mm.
How they see me treat their mama is what they're gonna see in a man and relate to the treatment that they want, that they feel is normal.
Mm.
See, what we do is we normalize dysfunction.
Mm.
So we make dysfunctional shit normal
Normal.
in the child's eye, but it's not. It's still dysfunctional. You see
But
what I'm
the
saying?
child doesn't
So,
know it's dysfunctional.
Everything
Growing up
that
in
a
it,
parent
they don't
does,
realize that.
right? They don't know it, so they just see it as normal. You see what I'm saying? So everything that a parent do affects the
They
child,
child.
whether it's in a negative or a positive way.
It ain't no
And
And
getting
his
around
dad
it.
is a good father.
Right.
That I can
Right.
definitely give him. He is a good dad.
But
Like
what
I
he's
said, we have
doing
respect
by
for each
bringing
other.
them women around like that, it's gonna
Yeah.
affect your son in a way. And
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm not trying to say he
Yeah.
might not get married, nothing like that. But
Mhm.
if he grow up and grow up with a little sense, he gonna tell you how that shit bother him. He gonna tell you what you did, how it bothered him. I tell a lot of women, if you want your son to have a good woman, you treat the man you with the way you want him to, the
treat
woman
his
that he
woman,
want to
yeah.
have.
Mhm.
You
Right.
be the woman that you want him to have.
Right.
Same way with the men. You be the man that
That's
you
what your
want her to
daughter
have.
has. Right.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? In her presence.
Absolutely.
Because that become normal to her.
Right.
So if you dysfunctional and you all out the whack, cussing and clowning and talking to her rough, that's gonna be normal to her. So any man that comes in her life that act like that to her, she's gonna see my daddy did it, so it's okay.
Man,
That's
you,
the normal
you
to her.
right. You right about that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That
That's
becomes normal.
But
right. So it become normal.
I
So-
just don't think that was my case
Well, you just
of not
let it
getting
meditate on
married.
your heart a little bit and,
Nah.
and
Okay,
take that to
Think
God.
on it a little bit.
Right,
yeah.
take it to God and see where it
Yeah, I
affects
don't.
you.
I'm
Because
just,
it's almost like you mirroring your life and your son mirroring.
no, I said my dad was married 3 times.
Right. Well, I'm just saying, your son, you raised your son, right?
Right, I raised my
Right.
son on my
Without
own.
his mom,
Right. Without
So-
his mom.
So it's like you almost got like a repeated cycle, somewhat, not identical, but somewhat. So you don't think your son gonna have any issues by his mom not being there?
Oh yeah, we talked about
Right.
that
So-
the other day.
Right. So it shows you either
Yeah.
the presence or the absence of the parent has an effect on the child. There's no way you
Yeah.
can't. There's no way it can't.
He said it's tough for him to have affection for somebody he's dating. I
Right.
said, well, you can.
because you don't have that femininity.
Right. He
Right.
didn't get that balance.
Right.
Like we
Nah,
talked
he-
about
he-
last
yeah, he
time.
just-
You know what I'm saying? It takes mother
Yeah.
and father to have that mixture of
Yeah.
that masculinity
Yeah,
and
yeah,
femininity
yeah, he don't-
for both the children, the
Yeah,
male
he don't-
and the boy, the girl and the
Right.
female. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So that needs to be the thing. What,
Yeah.
as we as black people, we have to get back to understanding what's important to us, and not the money. It's the family.
Yeah.
It's the family unity.
Yeah,
Right.
It's
it
the
is.
family unity is how we able to build generational wealth.
Mhm. Like
That's
Sharita
why
says,
it's generational.
I'm gonna go into what Sharita said. She said she invited her baby daddy and his wife to her son's birthday parties, and they all get along.
Right. That's his
So
wife.
that's
Right. That's
yeah,
a different. That's not just a chick
yeah,
they
that's not
date.
just
Right.
a chick. You're right.
Right.
You're
I
right.
get
You're
it.
right.
Right.
You're
Of
right.
course. Yeah.
You're right. And see, his dad will probably say, "Well, I don't even,
Taylor,
to
what's going
everybody."
on, Taylor?
But it might seem to me like that's what he's doing. But they don't seem to be like quick situations, though. I mean, it seems like he is
It's more than
with
6
them,
months. Is it more than 3 months?
and that's hard to tell because I never know how long
Quick.
he's really been
Yeah,
with these women. You know what I mean?
It's
So, but me, I just don't do that. You
Right.
know what I mean? And
Right. Which
you
I
know,
didn't do
and
it.
sometimes they have
neither.
met people. My kids have met people maybe on the fly, like I might have had to. We may have been somewhere, and this is so and so and so and so,
Right.
something like that. But
They come
not
up to
on
the
no
house.
serious,
Right.
like serious.
It's like when you bring them to the house, it's like,
That's
okay,
a
you
different
trust.
level
Right.
right
That's a
there.
different
That's why
level.
you got to
That's
be
You can't
what
meet
careful
it's
somebody in the
who
street
you
somewhere.
bring in
Right.
your house. Gotta
Yeah.
be careful
Meet
who
somebody in
you
the street.
bring
But we
in your
gonna wrap it up.
house. Okay. All
Um,
right.
we have this been a great show. I want to give a shout out to my boy Zach. I've been forgetting to advertise this thing for my boy Zach Taylor. This is a nice little gadget right here, man. This is a smoke, like a incense smoker. I would light it in here. I don't have no lighter to show you how it actually works, but you can actually go to Zachary Taylor page. He sell these things. I got 2 of them here. He sell these things here, man. These are some nice little gadgets, man. Go over to Zachary Taylor page to support my homeboy, man. He that's a nice thing right there. So I want to give him a shout out on that right there too. I want to give Big Cap a shout out. Our
For
bros,
sure.
they always come through. They
For sure.
clip.
Thank you.
Check them
Appreciate
boys out. I want to give a shout out to my dog Bo Network. You know what I'm saying? We a big family here trying to do what we do, man. Just start from the bottom, trying to make something happen, man. You know what I'm saying? I definitely want to give a shout out to my girl Coco coming in with us.
Yes,
You know what I'm
Coco.
saying? Doing her thing.
Thank you.
Shout out to Niecy. Miss Niecy. She on a cruise
Hey,
right
Miss
now enjoying
Niecy.
herself. You know what I'm saying? We want to give her a shout out. You know what I'm saying? And we got some things coming in the future. Trying to collaborate and do some other things to kind of keep people engaged in what we doing here. I'm loving what we doing here. So y'all love everything. Everybody do what we doing here. Man. We trying to become a family. You know what I'm saying? To do what we do. And so in conclusion of the show, we definitely gonna have a part 2.
I think we need a part 2.
We definitely gonna have part 2 next week. Hopefully, the guests that we got lined up will come through next week. It's gonna be a part 2. Miss Niece to be back. You know she's gonna get her spin on it. It's gonna
Right.
be off the chain. You already know that. So, hey, anybody got anything they want to say?
Let's just keep doing us. You in this single life, you're always gonna have these little red flags. You're gonna run into them, but sometimes it takes a minute to just listen. You know what I'm saying? Communicate, find out what that person is about, and sometimes you got to give it a chance.
Taylor said we definitely need a part 2. We got you.
Definitely,
We got you.
We're gonna do.
Tune in
We're
next
gonna do
week. Time kind of fluctuate, so we'll start sending
Yeah.
out times around about Thursday, Friday.
Mm,
So
that's
what
it.
time we gonna come through on next Sunday? And hey, that's it, baby. We love y'all. See y'all next week.
All right, appreciate y'all again. Thank
Peace.
you. Thank you for
Peace to
tuning
the
in.
planet.